Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Press the Action Button podcast in a long fucking time since probably last year E3, I think. And E3's coming up again, so we have to do a preview of it. With as always, with me is my good friend Eric. Say hello to everybody.
Hello, boils and ghouls.
Okay, so what company do you want to start with?
Let's start with. I forget which ones we were doing, so yeah, go ahead, pick one.
Let's start with Bethesda.
Yeah, might as well. Okay.
I'm a little bit surprised Bethesda has a conference this year, considering their two big titles from last year's conference are now out. Those being Fallout 4
Yeah.
and Doom.
Yeah, and I wonder if their conference is just going to be kind of showing off their games, maybe putting Fallout back in the mind just because the mod system for the consoles just launched.
Yeah, it launched for the Xbox 360. It's coming, I think, next month for the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Not Xbox 360, Xbox One.
Yeah, Xbox One, yeah.
So I would expect them to talk maybe about a Fallout expansion of some kind. And
I think so, because Far Harbor just launched. I don't think that's the last. I could be wrong. I don't believe that's the last Fallout 4 expansion.
Yeah, and I want them to. I would appreciate it if they showed off something more for Doom, and I don't want multiplayer for Doom. I want more single player for Doom, because that single player is god tier.
I want more single player just for the fact that, and I know I'm probably in the minority on this one, but I think with a campaign that short, it shouldn't be $60. So for me personally, they need to add some more stuff if they're going to get me to buy it.
Well, the Doom campaign is it's a really hefty for a single player first person shooter. It's like 12 hours long.
Well, really, I was reading about 7, but maybe I could be wrong, I guess.
But the combat and the gunplay in Doom is the best that I have played in any game in, probably since the PlayStation 2. It's that good.
I watched a live stream of it on YouTube, and the gameplay looked awesome, and it looked like Doom, which obviously that's what I want. I just feel like, holy fuck, that game's going to come and go, because, you launched the game a couple weeks before E3, and it's unfortunate as it is, it's going to be forgotten about so quick.
I hope that's not the case, because I want other first-person shooter developers to stand up and take notice of what id Software has done here. And what id Software has done here is fucking glorious. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I want to see more for that. And I really want to see them push it, because I don't want it to get lost in the crowd. Obviously, year after year of watching E3, you release a game even a month before E3. A day after E3, no one's talking about that game. It's what's coming out, So hopefully they do something. I think that obviously I think they're going to show some Fallout stuff. I'm going to go on a limb and say that they're at least going to show some kind of cinematic for the next Elder Scrolls single player.
I would be excited for that. That would be awesome. I love Skyrim to death.
I don't think for a company they're not enormous as far as employees, so they're renting out a conference hall, holding an actual conference. I don't think it's going to be these are what's out right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll show the next Dishonored 2. They'll show Dishonored 2.
Yeah, they'll show that, and people are excited, and that's cool. It wasn't my time. I played it, and I don't know if something was missing for me. I didn't get into it.
Yeah, its biggest problem is it tries to be a stealth game, but all the cool and fun to use items are not focused on stealth. They're focused on killing people.
Yeah, exactly. I was just like, I don't get it. But I know people really liked it, and they seem excited for the sequel. But
yeah, for me, it just kind of lacked an identity.
But at the same time, like, everyone knows about Dishonored 2. So it's like, what else are you going to do? And obviously, there's no way in any sort of scenario they'll show any gameplay for like an Elder Scrolls. I think they'll show maybe expansion for the Elder Scrolls Online, because that's still going along pretty good. But I really think that there'll be like a trailer or something for the next Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, they have to have something big in the works. They have to have an Elder Scrolls game or
Yeah.
a new Quake or something. They can't just rely on expansion packs and Dishonored 2.
Yeah, right. And I personally hope it's Elder Scrolls, because I think that's for me, that's their core. That's my favorite that they do.
Yeah, although if id Software marches out there and goes, we're making Quake 5, I'll be like, I'm sold.
Yeah, it'll be cool, but it's still not on the level of them announcing an Elder Scrolls. I mean, that's like it's a big deal. It's like they're still making a fucking shit ton of money from Skyrim. That game's still selling well.
It came out, what, 2012?
Yeah, I think that there's a chance they may announce the next gen port of Skyrim.
That would be cool, too.
I'm saying there's 50-50 on that one. It could happen.
Something that, this is a pipe dream, but something that I would personally love to see, full-on 3D remake with the same kind of mechanics as Fallout 3, Fallout 1.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I would like to see that as well. I really don't think that that's going to happen, but I'd like to see it.
Yeah, that would make me so happy because more people need to play Fallout 1 and 2. Like, people don't play them just because they're
Right.
old or they're PC exclusives or whatever, but God, they're such good games.
If they even allowed a different team to do it, I mean, they could work with them. But
Let Obsidian do it. Obsidian,
Yeah.
a bunch of the employees at Obsidian worked on 1 and 2, so...
Yeah. Bethesda's, like I said, they're not a gigantic studio, but
Yeah. It's kind of hard to know what to expect from them because I wasn't expecting them to have another conference this year.
yeah, that's the thing, is like Bethesda's actually having a conference, so all right, that'll be interesting, I think.
I think you said Square Enix is having a conference as well, right?
You know what? I just looked, and let me look again. I don't think they are.
Well, if they aren't, I wouldn't blame them because their conference last year sucked.
Yeah, they don't need a conference. Everyone knows what game is coming out from them, and that's pretty much, going to, and it's going to be shown at E3 anyway.
Yeah. Sony's going to show probably Final Fantasy VII. Sony's probably going to show Final Fantasy 15 as well.
Yeah, no Square. Yeah, Sony's showing Final Fantasy 15. I think we'll see some of 7. I don't think that game's going to be out for a while, but
Okay, let's talk about EA then, because they actually announced something that I'm excited for. Battlefield 1.
yeah. So I was excited until I watched the trailer and I read about it a little bit, and then I'm like, okay, so it's like an alternate version of World War One, apparently.
I hope it doesn't wind up being disappointing.
Like I'm kind of a history nut, so if I want to, I think World War One is so unexplored, and obviously it's kind of a struggle when you think about what was available in that time period.
Yeah, we started off that war on horseback, ended up in planes and tanks.
I think it could be done well, but I'm not so sure, because if you look at the cover that they released, there's like the guy with the 2 guns and the cape or something like that, and I'm like, nah, that to me that just like, it's like, okay, well, we're making a World War One game, but we don't have confidence in it and that being fun, so we're going to do a different take on it, I guess. I don't know. I could very well be wrong.
Yeah, they talked about it, had an interview where they talked about it, and they said that one of the reasons that this game almost didn't get made in the first place was people at EA were afraid that that kids today weren't even aware that World War One happened, which means kids today are dumb. But that's beside the point.
So that's my concern with that game. There's 2 other EA titles that I'm much, much, much more excited for.
And those are?
I think Titanfall 2, because I had a shit ton of fun with that first one. And this is going to be multi-console, and I really think if done right, it could be special. And then my big one is, because it's one of my favorite game series of all time, is Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, yeah, they should show off Mass Effect. awesome. I am so excited for that because
I
I
first,
love all three of them.
well,
Ending
Mass
of Mass
Effect,
Effect 3
yeah,
notwithstanding.
Mass Effect Andromeda is confirmed for the show,
Awesome.
so that's gonna be a huge, huge fucking deal. And I, it is sound, it's kind of it sounds like it's taking a little bit of a Star Trek approach where it's exploring uncharted worlds apparently, and it's set a few years after the events of the last one. No one knows if any characters are going to appear. You're designing it. You're designing a new character again. I can't fucking wait.
Yeah, which you don't really need to connect. I mean, the Mass Effect universe is so massive that you really
Yeah,
don't need to connect it to the previous games at all, really.
yeah. No, and I think maybe if you had one or two characters, you could kind of work in there maybe as a quick like do a
Nostalgia
mission.
trip.
Yeah, do a mission with one of them, just something like that. But that's my big one for EA by far.
Yeah, I had forgotten that was even in the works. But yeah, that one will be awesome. I am definitely excited for Mass Effect Andromeda.
Now, I think EA will spend too much time on sports, and I don't give a shit about that. So,
They always do.
yep, yeah, FIFA. I know FIFA was confirmed, but I don't think that because I know Assassin's Creed is skipping a year, so I don't think we'll see that. They may show a movie trailer, but
Honestly, it's about time that Assassin's Creed skipped a year because it's been a yearly franchise
yeah, and
basically since it started.
Unity was terrible, but Syndicate was really fucking good. I'm still playing that game and enjoying the shit out of it, but at the same time, I'm 100% on board with them taking a year off of it.
Yeah, take take a year off, spend some more time to develop it further, make sure Unity doesn't happen again.
Yeah, the rumor is that the new one is going to be set in like ancient Egypt. So I think that
Oh,
if
that'd
that's
be cool as
true,
fuck.
and they're putting the work in and they're gonna spend that much extra time, then fuck yeah, give me that game.
That'd be cool as fuck. Like
Yeah,
you play as a pharaoh that doubles as an assassin at
yeah, like
night or
jumping off
something.
pyramids and shit. Fuck yeah, give me that, man.
That'd be awesome. I would love that.
Yeah, same here. So if that's true, I don't think they may say like and they may show logo. They're showing sometimes. They'll show logos of the upcoming games. They may show the Assassin's Creed logo and say 2017 on it or whatnot. But
Yeah. Their conference is probably the one that I always dread the most because half of it is like 4 or 5 sports games in a row that I just don't fucking care
yeah,
about.
this year though, like I'm a little excited because I am expecting more Star Wars. I'm expecting Mass Effect. I'm expecting Titanfall. So we'll see.
There have been rumors that BioWare is working on another Star Wars game.
That would be incredible. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, Knights of the Old Republic is legitimately one of my favorite games of all time. And I would love it if BioWare would make another one. You think Dragon Age is going to make an appearance?
I don't know.
Yeah, they're
No,
probably.
we may see. I'm trying to think because I know that Deep Silver said that it's going to be at E3, and it's supposedly they're bringing a major announcement. So I don't
Doesn't
know if. Go ahead.
doesn't Deep Silver own Darksiders?
I believe so, and I know because lately they did the Dead Island, the Metro games too, and the Saints Row games need to stop. But
Yeah, the 2 Metro games are fucking awesome. I would love a third one.
yeah,
Uh, I would love to get the third because there were 4 games planned in the Darksiders series, and we only got 2 of them, and that's a fucking shame. They didn't sell particularly well, but God, they're so good.
yeah, unfortunately, but man, they were fun as hell. So I
It,
mean, if Shenmue 3 is happening, then that could very well happen. So
speaking of which, I think that'll probably be on Sony's stage, but
I
we'll get
firmly expect it. Yeah.
we'll get to that when we talk
Yeah.
about Sony. What are you expecting from Activision?
Activision, are they even doing a conference?
Would it be EA with? Would it be
Oh right,
E3 without an Activision conference? Or wait, are they doing it? Because Ubisoft is doing one, and
right, Ubisoft was that's what I know. I was talking about Assassin's Creed. I kind of got
I thought Activision was doing one, but I guess I don't.
no Vision. Ubisoft's the next one.
Oh, so we're saved a 30-minute presentation on Call of Duty. Thank God.
Yeah.
The new one looks kind of shitty anyway.
I kind of thought it looked cool. Because I when they showed like you can customize your spaceship or whatever and go flying around. That was kind of fun, but
it doesn't even look recognizably Call of Duty anymore. Like,
yeah, I mean they just keep going farther in the future, which seems to be putting people off of it. But
yeah, Ubisoft.
Yeah, I talking about Ubisoft. I kind of got mixed up in Assassin's Creed with Ubisoft, obviously, but
Ubisoft. I want a new Rayman game from them.
I'm pretty sure we'll get it. They hinted at a Rayman game for this year.
But I want a 3D platformer Rayman game from them.
Yeah, I would like. I mean, those 2D ones are fantastic, but I want to see them do a full-on platform.
Yeah, and I mean, there's still room. The 3D platform isn't as big as it used to be, but there's still room for it. Ratchet and Clank just came out. It was praised to hell and back.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why. I was actually thinking about this the other day. Why the 3D platformer seems to kind of be going by the wayside. I just can't fucking figure it out.
I don't know. I love a good 3D platformer.
Yeah. Oh, me too. I could play those till the end of days and be happy.
Yeah, but I would love to see a 3D Rayman. That would be awesome.
So I know they're showing the new Tom Clancy Ghost Recon, and they're showing Watch Dogs 2, which I kind of don't really care about because I bought the first one and I didn't really like it.
Is anybody excited for Watch Dogs 2? Was anybody asking for Watch Dogs 2, or is it like Homefront 2, where we're getting a sequel that nobody asked for to a game that nobody liked?
The only person who might be excited for Watch Dogs 2 is Edward Snowden, but he's about the only one I can think of. So if that joke popped anybody, you're welcome.
Yeah. I don't care about Watch Dogs 2. I really don't.
No, like I said, I bought the first one and I played it. And to be honest, I never even beat the game because I got bored with it. I mean, I guess if done right, it could be cool. But I just remember seeing that trailer for the first one and it looked amazing. And then I played the game and I'm like, "Fuck, man, Jesus Christ! Like, this is it, really?"
Yeah, they did the same basic thing, except that Aliens Colonial Marines did, where the final product was quite different from what they announced to us.
Yeah.
Except in the difference between Watch Dogs 2 wasn't broken.
No, yeah, and so there's that, and then that Tom Clancy game, which that'll sell like hotcakes. People love Tom Clancy Ghost Recon games.
Yeah,
they'll spend a fair amount of time. They're probably gonna have a pretty lengthy demo with it.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what else they might show.
Oh man, for Ubisoft, I mean, I'm sure we'll get Just Dance probably.
Oh, yay! I'm so excited for that.
Well, you know, it's funny because like we may not, obviously we're not excited, we don't play it, but there's still an audience for that, so I think that'll be a good thing for them if they do show it.
Yeah,
I don't want to speak just on like my personal perspective. If there's people excited for that, then more power to them. Get it and enjoy it, have fun.
Yeah, you guys can enjoy your Just Dance game, but I just cannot bring myself to care about Just Dance.
No, I mean it's not my type of game, but I think if they do show it, I think that they could, because it's kind of poised for a comeback. I think they could do pretty well with it for themselves.
Yeah, the kind of music that you and I listen to most of the time really doesn't lend itself well to dancing anyway.
They're gonna have the Skid Row greatest hits soundtrack. I'm gonna be dancing to.
Yeah, you can't dance to heavy metal.
Yeah, I'm too old to dance anyway. So.
Yeah, I'll be 31 in 4 days, as of this recording.
31, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yep. But I'm gonna go to a baseball game, and the Rangers are kicking ass, so that's cool.
I haven't been able to see the Sox this year, but hopefully catch them on TV or something.
The Indians are doing pretty well. They're like 5 or 6 games over right now.
Yeah, unfortunately, and I work the new job I got. I know we're going off topic here, but quick little sidetrack. I work the new job I got's downtown Cleveland, and it's fairly close to the baseball stadium, and so I take a bus to Cleveland because I don't feel like driving my car in that traffic, and
Yeah.
the bus is actually cheaper. It takes literally from Akron to Cleveland and then picks me back up and takes me back. No other stops. It's a big bus. It's got Wi-Fi on it, but it's cheaper than the gas money would be. And so when I'm getting out of work, all these assholes are fucking headed to the baseball stadium, and I got to wade through a fucking sea of douchebags trying to get to the bus. I just got if I had a chainsaw or a flamethrower, it'd be fantastic. But, so I kind of wish they would start doing badly so less people would go. Just because I'm annoyed with having to like walk through the crowd.
Yeah. Well, they're not. They've got a good manager and they've got a decent team.
Oh, they got Francona. He's fantastic. So yeah.
Yeah. And I'm even last year, when they weren't that good, I'm sure they were at least well coached.
Yeah.
So back to E3. Let's get Nintendo out of the way since there's virtually nothing to talk about.
Oh, and by the way, my Red Sox are first place in their division, the AL East. So, but anyway, yeah. Well, let's go back to the E3.
Yeah, the Rangers are 3 games in first in the AL West. Nintendo, not much.
Nintendo's only showing Zelda, and then
Probably
Pokemon
Pokemon
Go is being shown, but that's the mobile game.
Yeah, is our Sun and Moon out or whatever?
They announced the new ones, but they're not coming out until the fall. But for some fucking reason, I don't think anyone could ever understand they're not showing them at E3.
Yeah, they're not showing their new console at E3. Does it occur to Nintendo that this is the biggest stage in the world?
Well, this is like my thoughts on this year's E3. And you know how like every couple years you kind of get that E3 that's kind of a placeholder and the buzz isn't quite there, you know?
No new consoles to get excited about.
And I know, and that's going to be something that I'm going to talk about in Sony and Microsoft. And I know we don't have to have like a huge console launch, but at the same time, for Nintendo to say, well, this year you're only getting Zelda. We've told everybody we're doing a new console, but we're not going to talk about it or show anything from it. I'm like, until next year's E3, and it's like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Yeah. Then again, the last time they announced a console at E3, it could not have gone more poorly.
Yeah, no. You remember when they had the video, and then the console was in the background on the video, and then everybody's like, is that the console? And they didn't say anything about it?
Yeah, they spent literally the entire presentation talking about the controller and didn't mention the console itself once.
It's still one of my favorite memories because it's like, how could you be so blind? But,
how could you fuck this up so bad? People left that thing not knowing that it was a new console. People thought it was just a peripheral for the Wii.
Yeah, and I know it was. Oh my god, it's unreal. I think this year, I actually think that them only showing Zelda is a huge mistake. I think that if they're going to do anything, they should do a direct, show some 3DS games, obviously show Zelda. But I think that
you have a new console. Go out there and do a proper conference, for the love of God.
And they announced that the new Zelda is a launch title for the new console. However, the version of Zelda they're showing at E3 is the Wii U version. So it's like, they're wanting to show you a game for a console that they're going to stop producing games for. This is like the final game for it, right?
Something like that, yeah.
So, but you're showing the Wii U version, so you're telling people to go out to buy a Wii U to play this Zelda game when it's a launch title for a system that you're not showing at E3. So it's like, why on the fucking earth would I pay money for this game for a console and this is the final game for it?
Yeah, it doesn't make. They did the exact same thing at the end of the GameCube's life cycle. Remember?
Yeah, I remember. And to me, this is Nintendo. As sad as it is, like Zelda, as far as a franchise, its legacy is written. I mean, you can't change that. It's storied, it's legendary, and people buy Zelda collectibles. However, the game itself is not going to sell like they think it will.
No, it's not. It's not gonna. It was never gonna save the Wii U. Nothing is going. Smash Brothers didn't save the Wii U.
No, because in Zelda, only people who own a Wii U can buy the game when it comes out. So you're not looking at a huge sale number to fucking begin with, and those people are going to wait to see what the new console looks like in that version of Zelda. So I don't get it. I mean, I think that I actually think it's kind of hurting Zelda's legacy a little bit, and it doesn't deserve that.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing that when I tell people Nintendo frustrates me, Nintendo pisses me off, I want to love them and they make it difficult to do that. This is the kind of thing I'm talking about.
I'm going to give an example. So I work part-time at a comic book shop, which pays for my bus pass up to the new job. And we sell, obviously, comic books, but we also sell a lot of just like little nerd stuff and like keychains and books and lanyards, magnets, shirts, and we have a lot of Zelda stuff, right?
Yeah.
And we have these little figures from Japan we get in, all this Zelda stuff. People come in and they buy it. So, oh man, we have a Link Master Sword, we have the shield, we have this keychain, we have the Zelda character. And so I've been I'll ask them what their favorite Zelda game is. And they don't have an answer.
I do. Link to the Past.
Yeah, well, mine's Wind Waker because I'm a freak, but they look at me a lot of times they're younger girls, and it's kind of the anime crowd. They don't know about Zelda. So as far as making new games, yeah, I want to see new Zelda game, but don't do it like this.
Yeah, I think it's a mistake too. I think them not having press conferences at all in the past few years was also kind of a mistake, but this is a much bigger mistake.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I know they when I can't remember what year it was, they ended with Nintendo Land, and that was pretty much the end of Nintendo conferences.
Yeah, that was the last one they did.
Yeah, because oh god.
And that conference was a mistake. Because they spent way too much time focusing on a pack-in game.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine if they had, here's the Wii U, now we're going to spend 45 minutes on nothing but Wii Sports.
Yeah, and so, I mean, in the new console, it's rumored to be a console handheld hybrid. Apparently, it's more powerful than the PS4 and the Xbox, which that's fine. But, and believe me, everything I bitch about Nintendo, when they announce that fucking console, I'll be one of the first people to pre-order it. I'll stand in line, I'll get it, and I'll be so fucking happy at the moment. Whatever happens after that happens. Because I fucking love Nintendo.
So do I. They piss me off, but I love them anyway.
I hate seeing them be like this, and I really think that if this is what they were going to do at E3, then they shouldn't show a fucking thing, and they should just say, have a Nintendo logo, see you next year, or even have on the show floor, have some 3DSs with the new Pokemon and have a demo of it people can play, and that's it. But yeah, they shouldn't show a fucking thing if that's what they were doing.
Yeah.
If you're not going to show that console or give us any information or show what Zelda's going to look like on that console, then don't bother this year.
Yeah, the entire thing is going to... although I think Microsoft and Sony will have decent conferences. I'm not expecting Sony to kick freaking ass like they did the last couple years, but I think it'll be decent.
Do you want to go to them now?
Yeah, who do you want to do first, Microsoft or Sony?
We'll do Microsoft because Sony's usually later in the evening anyway.
Okay.
And
Microsoft is frequently first up anyway.
Microsoft will be Gears 4 will be the big one.
Yeah.
New Forza, and I mean, obviously they're going to have a lot of games, and Microsoft has gotten a lot less gimmicky.
Yeah, their conferences have gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
My one big gripe with last year was that they showed tons of CG trailers with no gameplay.
Yeah, well, I think that's going to be I think that's going to be a theme of this year's E3 as a whole. To be honest.
God, I hope not, because it gets grating. Like watching it, just CG trailer after CG trailer after CG trailer. Like, this is E3. Show me people playing games.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing, is like, I just don't. I personally never cared about CG trailers. I never will. I want to see the gameplay. I mean, they can show an epic, fucking amazing trailer, and then it's like, oh, it's a top-down strategy game. So like everything we showed in the trailer, you don't get to actually do that. You get to click and point. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah, and that pissed me off. Like, and I like art. I like a good RTS. I love fucking StarCraft. Fucking played the shit out of
do too,
Warcraft 2 and 3.
I do too, but they always show these misleading trailers. It's like the stuff you'll never get to do in the game.
Yeah. And that's how these trailers always are. They look impressive, and then there's no gameplay. And I hate that, and I hope Microsoft doesn't do that again.
I think that it'll be, obviously they'll show a new Forza. They're gonna, in the games we already talked about, they'll show Titanfall 2 on their stage also, and I think Dishonored will probably appear, Call of Duty for sure.
Yeah.
I just like, and Gears of War, while they haven't fully confirmed it for this year, there's no way that their conference goes without showing it.
Yeah, they'll probably have something related to Halo, because they always have Halo.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a new Halo. I think it'll be maybe a Halo Wars sequel is what we'll get.
I would actually be on board for that. I kind of enjoyed Halo Wars.
Halo Wars is fun, yeah.
I mean, they simplified the UI to make the RTS style gameplay work fairly well on a console, and it was enjoyable. I had problems with it because you didn't get to play as the Covenant, which is just a massive missed opportunity to show their society and how it works, I think.
Right.
Just massive missed opportunity to dive into the Covenant and how everything works with them, which is a shame. I mean,
the Halo universe is something that they have a lot of untapped potential, but they still don't quite fully grasp it. I think there's different types of games that could be done in that universe.
Halo, the 3D platformer.
Sorry about that. Turn the oven on. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot they could do, but Gears sounds really cool, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Forza will be the same thing. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of out of the driving games in general, really, but
yeah, I've never been that big on driving games as a whole. Loved Gran Turismo back in the day. Played the shit out of it, got my fill, and then haven't really bought 5 or.
And that's where I'm at. It's like, well, what else is Microsoft going to do? I mean, because we'll talk about this in Sony too, but everyone knows Sony's doing the PS4 upgrade.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the worst kept secret in games. So, is Microsoft going to announce one? Who knows?
Yeah, and I have questions about the PS4 upgrade too, but we'll get to that when we get to them. I want to see a lot of gameplay from them, even if it's games that I don't particularly care about or not that interested in, like Forza. I want to see a lot of gameplay from them.
I hope that's what it is. I mean, I don't know. This year's E3 is just so weird to me.
Yeah, this is one of those in-betweens where it'll probably be decent, but won't be amazing like the last couple years.
Yeah, I really don't think that it's going to be anything crazy. I mean, obviously we'll get games announced that we don't know about, that we have no idea, and probably some sequels to some games maybe we're not expecting or we're hoping for.
None of them are going to be Shenmue 3.
No, that's probably the one I'm actually I don't know if I'm most looking forward to seeing another over Mass Effect, but I'm really, really excited to see it.
None of them are going to be an announcement as big as that, where it just rocks the entire game industry, because everybody's wanted it for so long.
Yeah, I mean, Sony's conference was fantastic, and I mean, it did have some problems at the beginning and throughout, but even when E3 was over, everyone was still talking about Shenmue. That was kind of the lasting thing.
Yeah, that, and talked a lot about Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah, and like, yeah, we spent a lot of time talking about Nintendo, and even though they're only showing one game, but that's the thing is, like, Microsoft and Sony both themselves, I don't really have a lot to say, because I kind of don't. I like, it's weird to say, like, I know what to expect, but I also don't know what to expect. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So let's move on to Sony then. Okay. I think the centerpiece of theirs will probably be an upgraded version of the console.
Absolutely, I think that's what they're going to kick the show off with.
But what does an upgraded version of the console mean exactly?
I don't understand, because one, I love the look of the PS4.
So do I.
And I'm sitting here, I'm looking at my gaming setup, which needs some work and some dusting, apparently. But
so does mine.
Fuck that PS4. It's like sitting next to my Xbox One. The PS4 looks so good sitting there. You know what I mean? It's such a good looking console. I know people did their form and grill impression, which of it was just totally ludicrous, but it's I think it's a great looking console.
So do I.
If they're releasing a slim version of it, I think that's stupid. Now, the rumor is that they're gonna announce. I know it's been called the Neo, obviously the working title, and it's going to be 3 to 4 times more powerful. And then when games launch for it, you can play the Neo. You can only play the Neo version on the PlayStation Neo, but there'll also be that game on the PS4 as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering about. How the hell are the games going to work from then on? Are there going to be 2 versions of them, or?
That's what I was reading, and so far that's kind of been what the prediction is. And I actually think they'll cost a little bit more. And I know a lot of insiders are saying that they're expecting every couple years for consoles to start doing these upgrades like this. But I think it's a slap in the face to your customers, personally.
Yeah, so do I. Are we going to get some kind of, like, if you own a PlayStation 4, do you get some kind of discount if you try to go get the Neo?
Oh, you fucking better. And then you have to trade your PS4 in, and obviously, but there's people like me who I like to have each console because I collect them.
Yeah.
So I don't want to wrap my PS4 up because I have so many memories with it already. I don't want to wrap it up and run to the store and give me the new one, because I love that fucking thing, you know?
So do I, dude. That controller's so good.
I don't have the money to just run out if they announce this PlayStation Neo, and if it's a launch price PlayStation console, it's not launching at $299. I can guarantee that.
Yeah.
And so I'm supposed to run out and purchase this, even though you just launched Uncharted 4, PS4 exclusive. So
and Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, Uncharted's a big time system seller. So you're telling me that I needed to buy that game, buy a PS4, and then come this holiday buy another PS4 that's more powerful to play other versions of games? I don't understand.
I wonder if it's gonna be like, you remember back when back in the Super Nintendo days, they had the Super Game Boy, and there would be certain games that the Super Game Boy would add more color to than anything standard for the Super Game Boy. Like, yeah. I think Kirby's Dream Land 2 did that. It's like a more powerful version of the game with more sound and more. I wonder if it's going to be like that.
I mean, I think it's going to be, these Neo versions of games, and obviously we're just, speculating, is, what they're going to look like, what they could, lighting effects and different things. I mean, I don't know. It's weird to try to predict, because I look at a game like Uncharted 4, and it's like, okay, so how, God, it looks amazing,
Yeah, it does. Doom 4 looks amazing as well.
And to me, it's like, when has this gotten to where it's not good enough?
It hasn't yet.
So I don't understand the mind frame. And I know they're looking, upgrading because, obviously PCs, people upgrade their PCs. But I'm a console gamer. I like consoles. I like, PS3 had a 10-year lifespan. I love that.
So did I.
Because I got my PS3 and I'm like, in a few years, not two, a few fucking years, I may get a PS3 Slim because I'll be playing this one so much it'll probably slow down considerably.
Yeah.
So my PS4, which still runs like brand new, now I'm supposed to replace it for reasons that who knows why.
Yeah, you better get some kind of massive discount if you already own the damn console. Like, trade in your PlayStation 4 and get the PlayStation 4 new version for half off.
Sony's never really, as much as I love Sony, they've never really been friendly on prices.
Yeah, that's the other thing that although the PlayStation 4 did launch at a price that I would argue isn't that bad.
It's not that bad. No, I agree, but it's still at the same time like they're not going to launch something with a price where you're like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. It's like, yeah, okay, I expected that.
Now, if they come out with this new version, I kind of expect the price of the standard PlayStation 4 to drop some.
Yeah, now Microsoft just slashed the price of the Xbox One. That could be a bit of a precursor to them showing something as well.
Yeah, I'm expecting Sony to do it as well. We're fairly deep into this console's lifespan. It's about time.
Yeah, I think a price cut would be beneficial, especially if you're going to tell people they need to spend $399 on one more powerful.
Okay. Now, what are you expecting game-wise to see?
I'm expecting them to spend most of the show on the Vita and just how amazing it is.
I don't expect that to happen.
No.
They want to ignore that thing, and I don't know why. I wouldn't be against them actually going, okay, we got some exciting Vita games coming. Check it out. I wouldn't be against that.
No, I think Vita's an amazing system, but obviously I'm joking. I think game-wise, I think they're going to show. I think they'll talk about Uncharted because obviously it just came out and it's getting rave reviews.
And player feedback is extremely positive. And oh my god, it is so gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks incredible. It plays incredible. I think they're going to show. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a new Little Big Planet.
I would be all for that. I love Little Big Planet. Great series. I want to see more of, what was it? Event Horizon Dawn or Horizon Zero Dawn or...
That game looks awesome.
You know what I'm talking about, right? Because the name is escaping me.
Yeah, no, I know exactly which one you mean. They showed the girl kind of running around with the spear and the bow. And...
Yeah. Hunting, like, mechanical animals and stuff. It looks cool as hell. And I'm really excited for that. I want to see more of that.
They're going to show that Gran Turismo Sport, which is like, okay.
Yeah. Another Gran Turismo game. We've seen Gran Turismo. We know what Gran Turismo looks like.
And there's going to be stuff that obviously they're going to show the same stuff. I think they're going to, they'll show Call of Duty. They'll probably show a clip of Battlefield running on PS4. Final Fantasy will be a big thing, I think. And Final Fantasy 15 is my most look forward to game right now. So.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it, but I'm also kind of apprehensive, basically because Final Fantasy 13 was terrible.
The demo could not have restored my faith in that franchise anymore. And reading about it, everything I read about it, I am like, it's like, man, being a kid when they announce a game and like you're just sitting at home and like, oh man, I have to wait for this. Like, how is this going to be possible? What am I going to do to get the money? I'll mow lawns. And that's what I'm thinking. Like, oh my god, I need it.
Yeah. Shit. The sequel to Ico and Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, the Last Guardian. Yeah.
The Last Guardian. I want the Last Guardian to show up.
I want the Last Guardian to show, but I'm much more excited for Shenmue.
Yeah, I want Shenmue to show as well. I want to actually see gameplay and trailers and stuff that we didn't see last year.
Yeah, if they don't show anything or if they just show a logo, I'll be really disappointed. And obviously our E3 recap, which I'm already excited to do, we'll go over everything, and it's going to be super fun because I'm sure there's going to be stuff that we didn't expect. But
Yeah, I love sitting talking E3 with you, man. It's so much fun.
yeah, it's my favorite time. I love it.
Sony's probably the conference that I'm most excited for, and even then, I'm not sure that there's going to be anything too mind blowing at it.
Yeah, no, this year I would say I'm on board with Sony's probably the one I'm looking forward to the most, just because of the sheer curiosity of it.
Yeah. Also, a little bit of dread with worrying about what the deal is with the console upgrade thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty worried because as a consumer, it's a tough pill to swallow, and it's a tough sell. Like, okay, convince me, make sure that it's something that's not going to cost me a fucking arm and a leg. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Hopefully they find some way to get that in there that's not going to feel like a slap in the face, but I don't see how that's going to happen.
Yeah, because I mean, it's pretty much already what it feels like. So we'll see. I mean, it could be something that we're not totally not even expecting. Obviously, public hasn't seen it yet, so we'll see. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. It could be some kind of expansion,
Take a CD.
the ROM expansion for the Nintendo 64. It could be something you just plug into your console and that adds power to it.
It could be. I mean, how they do that with it being still sleek and slick, because the PS4 it just looks so damn good on a console setup. But we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah,
and that's kind of where I'm at. Is like, I'm excited, but I'm also just kind of taking a step back because I don't have a lot of big feelings on this year's E3. I mean, there's games I'm looking forward to seeing, games I'm hoping to see, but
yeah,
I don't get that like last year, man. Before E3, I was just chomping at the bit. I couldn't wait, counting down the seconds to the conferences. And this year, I'm like, all right, well, I'll catch this one, and obviously we'll do recaps of it, which will be longer and a lot more in depth. But
yeah, always looking forward to that. I want to do that. I want to do one that's entirely about Nintendo. I want to do one that's entirely about the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, and there's going to be a lot more podcasts coming here in the relatively short future because I have a lot better work schedule and I have weekends off, so
that's a big help. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to get them rolling here, and hopefully we're going to be doing them on a really regular basis.
I would love to start doing. I'm thinking about uploading this to YouTube.
I think we should, yeah, and I want if we could start working on it, come up with a system, and come up with just even segments or whatever, and get something. And I would even be down to do something weekly if schedule wise, if it didn't work out bi-weekly for a while. But either way, I really think that it's something that we should be doing a lot more because I really enjoy it. And like I said, I have a lot better schedule now, so.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun. And I'm still down with the idea of, and we've discussed this multiple times in the past, bringing back From Pong to Eternity.
Yeah, it's definitely going to make a comeback here in the not too distant future.
Because I loved our short-lived web comic. I thought we put a lot of good jokes together. It was a lot of fun to do. I want to do it again.
I have a lot of plans and ideas for doing a bit of a community website. I want to do some Twitch streaming. I want to do a few different things. So there's a lot of things in the old mind frame that are coming down the pipeline that aren't going to be that long of a wait. So it'll be fun.
Yeah. If we want to just change and alter Digital Delirium and change it to these ideas that both you and I have, then I'm perfectly fine. I still think Digital Delirium's a great name.
It's a good name, and I actually have a few ideas, and I think that let me know if you're free Tuesday or Wednesday evening. We'll get on this, and I'm going to write some stuff down, a few different ideas, because I really think that we can tap into something.
Yeah, so do I. I really want to start doing this kind of stuff more regularly again.
For sure. I want to be doing it very often. I mean, it's something I really enjoy doing. and I think that we both have quite a bit of knowledge on the subject.
Oh, no doubt about that.
So I think we could do something really cool.
No doubt about that. And I wouldn't be opposed to like throwing the Let's Plays that I do into this mix if you want to.
Yeah, we can definitely, like I said, that stuff I was talking about, stuff like that, stuff like Twitch streaming, because that's only getting more popular. I mean, there's definitely stuff that we're gonna do that'll just tap into it more. I mean, I think we'll have, we'll for sure have the podcast. We may even do, come up with a different kind of podcast, structure and do that. But it's something that we can easily devote the time to.
Yeah, it would be a lot of fun. I would enjoy that quite a bit, man. And we really kind of do need to get something with more structure to it,
Yeah,
because the free for thing, it makes it hard to know exactly how long you've been going. It makes it hard to.
Yeah, and I definitely have some ideas that I'm looking forward to talking with you with. Like I said early this week, let's get together on here and let's go over some of this stuff and hammer a few things out.
I'll let you know when I'm free, but my uncle is coming down like tomorrow or the next day for my birthday, which is on the 9th. And we're going to go to me and my dad are going to go to a Texas Rangers game.
Perfect.
So, I don't have all the free time in the world right now.
Yeah, you're fine.
But
just let me know.
I'll let you know, because I do have a lot of free time on my hands, and especially with my only job right now being selling records on eBay.
Right.
Which is a really enjoyable job, by the way. I get to listen to a lot of good music.
I'm loving my job. I can listen to my headphones all day.
I was going to ask you how the new job's going.
Oh man, it's a blessing. I love it. I work downtown. I really dig that. There's so much stuff to do. I get an hour lunch. It's basically I can go in, I can work, I can have my headphones in all day. I, work at my own pace. Dress how you want. It's pretty chill.
Sweet. Okay, we've been going on long enough, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, everybody, for watching this episode of Press the Action Button podcast here on digital-delirium.com. As always, I am your host, Joshua, and with me is my good friend Eric. Say goodbye to everybody.
Fuck off, everybody.
And we will talk to you guys next time. Okay, thanks, everybody, and goodbye.